This person you're not in contact with, and they've made out that they've moved on, and how it ended was not good between you, but they've made out that they've moved on. And for all intents and purposes, they have all over their social media, what they're telling friends, but they have not moved on. They cannot move on from you. They cannot stop thinking about you. They're used to doing this, by the way. They are used to, if they have an argument with someone, if they say to somebody, I'll never ring you again, I'll never speak to you again, they can be done with it, right? They're very much able to kind of lock off their feelings. They haven't been able to do it with you. And that in itself is driving them crazy, right? Because that in itself is a sign to them how much they really do like you. And they're actually thinking now, they played the game wrong. They played it wrong. They shouldn't have ended it the way they ended it. Because I feel like you ended it, but then they kind of stepped in and they were like, well, no, I think da da da, and I want to end it. But now they're thinking, I shouldn't have done that. I should have played it differently. This person is fully trying to move on from the connection. They are really trying to move on. They've met other people. They've been talking to other people. They've been saying very much bad mouthing you. No, you wasn't the right one for them. You did this, you did that, you're psycho, you know, whatever other stuff they want to say. So this is definitely in the cards. So they're really trying. And as well, there was somebody else that towards the end of you guys being together, there was somebody else that they were speaking to, that they was with, is coming up on their energy, the other woman. But that's done. Whoever it was that they were speaking to, that's over. Because they couldn't give them what they had with you. They thought they could. And when things were a bit rough with you, they just distracted themselves with this other person thinking, yeah, they'll do, they'll fit in. Because it usually does work like that with them. They replace one energy with the other like a conveyor belt. But they cannot replace you. And now they've seen that. I can also see that this energy has a couple of friends around them that were aware of the situation and basically are saying that you were bad news, that they're glad you moved on. So they've got them in their ear as well. And I feel like they listened a lot to that during the breakup of you two. But no matter what they're doing, whether they're bad mouthing you, whether they're distracting themselves with other women, men, their friends, whatever it may be, they cannot fully distract themselves from thinking about you. Their mind will always come back to you, and they are checking on your socials. And before you say, well, they're blocked off everything, no, they have fake accounts. They have about 5 fake accounts. Don't worry about that. This person has attached themselves to your energy, but the crazy thing is that they self-sabotage the connection because they really did want you. They really did want you in their lives, but they didn't feel quite ready for that commitment. But rather than working on it and giving it time and working it through, they kind of just sabotaged what they had. They gaslit you and they brought out the worst in you. And then when they seen the worst in you, they was like, there you go. This is why I don't want to settle down. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, but you brought that out in me. You did that. So they gaslit you, they brought out that side in you so that they could say, look, see, I don't want to get full commitment, I don't want to get fully involved like this, when they're the ones that done it. But now that they've lost your connection, they're realizing how toxic their behavior was, and actually what they did was full-on gaslighting. And that's not who you are as your everyday person. They brought out the worst side in you. You know, I can see here, this is somebody who really needs that female attention. They're very much in a toxic energy state. They're very much in their ego, and they need their ego pandered to. And they would rather have fake, cheap, lots of attention. Like, they would rather have quality over quantity because they're in that toxic ego state. I feel like as well they are promiscuous from these cards. So to be honest with you, it could be that the universe stepped in and just removed them from your path because you don't want to be with somebody who's promiscuous with their body and with their energy, with their mind, body, soul. You don't want that. It's wild that they have sabotaged a connection that they are still seeking out. And what I mean by that is every time they watch your stories, every time they check in on you, what they're actually doing is seeking the connection that you had. They haven't fully let you go. You think they have, but they have not. And the fact that this person would rather seek out a connection behind like a blind, behind a mask, than have a real connection with you says a lot about their state of emotion, their emotional state. But you, my little love muffin, are doing fantastic, and they're seeing that. And this is just a little bit like, because I feel like they almost want to see you not. And the reason for that is that they can say that to themselves, yeah, I made the right decision. Didn't I make the right decision? Because they can't stop stalking you. And you're not. You're doing great. And I don't mean like replacing them with other energies. I mean, you're just doing really well for yourself and you're having a glow up. You're glowing at the moment. And they're seeing this, and it's making them desire you. It's making them see you as the Nine of Pentacles, a beautiful, abundant, blessed, sensual. And they do see all of that. And they're thinking, damn, damn, damn. I feel like whoever's watching this has actually had some really good karma come by your way recently. So either a new job offer, you've moved, you're just getting to kind of that weight you want. Whatever you're doing, whatever you've been trying to do is coming to fruition. And the universe is blessing you. You're in a very blessed pace at the moment. They are saying they let the wrong one go. So now they're trying to figure out how can they move forward to you? What can they do to reach out to you? How can they bump into you? Because they are so much in their ego and the way they handled it, that they believe that if they just was to normally reach out to you, they would, one, be losing face, and two, that you're not really going to take it. So they're trying to come up with this master plan of how to kind of get you back to where you was, because you really was into this person, like you loved this person, you know, and they knew that. And so they're trying to figure this out, and they want to be different. They want to be able to be in a divine state. They want to be able to have you where you used to be and where that connection used to be, but they don't know how to be different. They're living a lot in their fear, and the ego state does. So they're feeling like, if I give up these things that feed my ego, what do I do? Because I've always been like that. That person has always been this way. But also what's coming through here is that this person actually has a very, very good heart. And this person has very, very high morals in their heart. Like, who they love is who they love. Who they're loyal to is who they're loyal to. But the thing is that they've got this amazing energy is very blocked off. It's just blocked off. But it doesn't serve them for it to be blocked off. The whole time you guys were together, deep down, they was aware of this. You thought you could get through. They knew that you couldn't. And the thing is with this is ultimately that is going to be the cycle of their relationships forever and ever, until they just take that one step that breaks the cycle. It only takes one step to break a cycle, but it's just the hardest one because it's the first one. So they need to reach out to you. They need to be the ones to reach out to you, to come forward, to break that toxic cycle of behavior. Now, this being said, some of you are going to be different on here, and some of you are going to say, actually, no, I don't want this person back, and that is fine. You have congruence over your mind and your body over who you let into your personal space. They will come forward, and I'll tell you why. Because their fear for fully losing you is going to outweigh this ego state of not wanting to be the one to reach out, okay? I feel like they're a little bit worried about you as well. I feel like they triggered you so much in the connection. You come across at some point a little bit unhinged, and that worried them, because they thought, oh my God, I actually really do I've got love for this person, and I'm bringing out the worst in them, and that made them want to step back as well, because they don't know how to be any different. But they know you are going to meet somebody, right? They know that. This is 100% given fact. You are going to meet somebody, and you're going to meet someone soon, because you're giving off that energy and that vibe. So they don't want that. They don't want to lose you forever, you know? When it all broke up, they had in their mind that they would just kind of leave it, give you space for a bit. But now it's been a while, and they don't know how to come back in touch, but they know they do, and they know that they don't want anyone else to get there first.